Well, I'm going to talk into both cameras, and then Marie can also talk a little bit here and there too. We're going to take turns because we're both filming. I'm filming, or she's filming here, and I'm filming over here on this side.
I feel like it's zoomed in.
We have something to talk about. We are in St. Petersburg, Florida right now. Okay. So we kind of have something to talk about. We came somewhere that we've never, well, we haven't been here in many years. I don't think you've ever filmed here before.
I've never filmed here, no.
I did a long time ago. I don't even know how long ago, probably 8 years ago. But anyway, so this cemetery is in St. Petersburg, Florida, and it's called the Sunnyside
Cemetery.
Sunnyside Cemetery. Okay. It's across from, kind of catty corner across from St. Petersburg High School, which is the high school that our mother graduated at. And she also lived right down that street somewhere. Well, I know where.
Is that 20th Street?
I think it's, if it's not, it's a street over.
Okay.
It's right here in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's just changed so much over the years. It's hard for me to really say for sure, but it's, so here's the story. So back when we were younger, our mother told us a story. She would take us once in a while out here to show us, you know, she would go down memory lane, and this is the house I grew up in, and this is where your brother was born, and things like that, you know. And then she showed us this cemetery. She brought us here to a particular grave, and I'll show you in a second. And this grave is a grave that she said they would, after school, that her and this boyfriend, that she had a boyfriend, wasn't my dad, it was before she met him, and they would come here and they would sit under this oak tree next to a grave and eat oranges from the orange tree, because there were orange trees everywhere back then, and you were allowed to pick them. Nowadays here in Florida, it's a fruit law. You can get in trouble for picking somebody else's oranges. It is the craziest thing ever. You can get in trouble, and you can actually go to jail for picking someone else's oranges off their damn tree.
Wow.
But back then you were allowed to pick an orange, and they would come and get the oranges and sit down and have an orange, okay? And it's that grave right behind us. It is right, whoops, all over the place here. That one right there. We'll walk over closer to it in just a second, but that I recognize it as soon as we pulled in. It's the oldest one out here, and that is the grave, and that's the tree that she showed me. It's a lot bigger now than what it was back when she showed me this, but that is the grave. They'd sit around that grave. There's a lot of people buried out here now, but that's where they sat. And her and her best friend, sometimes Sadie, who ended up becoming our aunt, because Sadie ended up being our aunt because my mom and her were so close that when my mom eventually did meet my dad, he introduced his brother to Sadie, which was my mom's best friend. So she became our aunt. She actually passed a couple years ago. She lived a long life. She was in her 90s. So it's just kind of neat to go back on memory lane. Like our mother, that's where we get it from. She loved doing that.
I know.
She took us around and showed us these things, and
showed us everything.
That's her school right over there. That is her school, St. Pete High. That's where she went to school, and it's still there. And I hear it's very haunted. But oh yeah, I hear lots of stories because it's so old, and so much has happened there over the years, and you know, teachers have died, principals, and there's been stories online and stuff. You can look it up, St. Pete High ghost stories, where some of these people are still hanging around there, thinking they work there still or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I thought that was an interesting thing. And then after we leave here, I don't know how long we're going to stay here, but I want to take a ride down and show Marie, because she don't remember where it is, but I want to show her the house that my mom, our mom, was raised in. She lived there up until her dad died, and then it was her and her mom. And the house right next door to it is where my dad's aunt lived, and my dad had moved down from Alabama when he was 18.
Oh, so I wasn't sure how that worked out, how that story was.
Yep.
So Daddy's aunt lived next door to
Mama?
Mama?
Right next door, Aunt Clara. His Aunt Clara.
I did not know that.
His mother's sister.
That's how they met.
Yep. So our mother did not, I mean, our father did not get along very well with his mother. Not a lot
Nobody
of people
did.
Yeah, she was something else. She was,
She was a grouch.
She was. Yeah, she was. And so he didn't get along with her, and he said, when I turn 18, I'm leaving. So he did. He came down to live with his Aunt Clara, who lived right next door to my mother.
I didn't
our mother.
know that.
And that's how our parents met.
That's awesome. I did not know
And you
that.
want to hear another cool story? So many years later, when I was pregnant with Heather, I lived in that house. That house was up for rent. And my mother knew that we were looking to buy a house because I was having my third child. And we lived over here in St. Pete, in this area. And she saw that house for rent and she went berserk. She's like, oh my God, you gotta get it, we gotta go look at it.
She couldn't wait.
You know,
I remember
she could
that.
not wait. She was so excited to go
her childhood home.
Yes, she wanted to go inside her childhood home. She had so many memories there, and she, you know, and I didn't think for 1 minute that I was going to rent it, but I did.
How did you end up renting it? Like, do you remember how much the rent was or anything?
I don't remember.
No.
It was cheap, probably like $400 a month or something.
It was way cheap back in the day.
Things were cheap back in the 80s.
It was probably even cheaper than $400.
It probably was.
Yes.
I really can't. I don't remember. I don't remember. Maybe $300 a month. I just don't remember.
I didn't know that's how Mom and Daddy met. I knew that Mom and Daddy met Aunt Sadie.
Yeah.
Oh, get to that part.
Yeah, so that's how they met. So we came here and she was so excited, and I called the guy and booked the viewing, and we came here, and I just remember her excitement. It was all on her face, and she was smiling, and she was so happy.
I know.
So we looked at the place, and I was, you know, trying to act real interested in it, even though I didn't want to rent. I wanted to go buy something because, you know, we had our goals set on buying, but we never got a chance to buy. Not until after my mom passed away. I decided to go ahead and rent it. And I'll never forget the look on her face.
I can imagine.
When I was looking around and she was sharing all these memories, and the guy was kind of into it, like, oh, really? Well, what this used to be? Did this fireplace used to work? And, you know, all these things. It was an old house. And so she was telling stories and all this stuff, and she was just so excited. And finally he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I said, I'll take it.
Oh, my God.
And she goes, wait, what? What? Did you say you're gonna rent it? I go, yes, I'm gonna rent it.
I remember her sleeping in her bedroom.
Yes, she stayed the night all the time
and
because
slept in her own childhood bedroom. I remember that.
She got to do all of that. That was so amazing that I was able to give her that experience, you know, and so it made me feel good. So we put off buying, and then it got to the point where we kind of couldn't buy for a long time. We would have stayed in that house a lot longer. That's actually where I lived when the shuttle accident happened, because I remember I was out front of that property when the shuttle exploded and all those people died. I'll never forget that either.
Yeah.
And
what year was that?
84. 84, I believe.
It was before I moved.
Yeah. And so I rented the house. We had lots of memories there, but the owner of the property, we didn't know at first, turned out to be a major weirdo. We caught him peeking in our windows, especially when my husband wasn't home. He would always try to be on, you know, at the back door knocking, wanting to come in. He was starting to say all kinds of weird shit to me and making me feel very uncomfortable. And but when we caught him peeking in the window for like the third time, we ended up calling the cops on him. Heather's dad, I thought Heather's dad was going to beat his ass, because he did. He went outside and had him up against the wall, and I don't care if you are the landlord, you have no business looking in our fucking window. He was just a creeper. And then a couple of the neighbors saw the cops there, so they come over to see what was going on, and they said, yeah, he's a weirdo. I would get out of here quick. So we ended up leaving. We found another house for rent not far away. That's the house Heather was actually born in. And that it was the house that I eventually ended up buying after my parents passed away. We were renting it first, and when I got my inheritance, I asked, you know, the owner of that, because we really liked that house, and I asked him, would you be interested in selling it? And he said, I'll have to think about it. A couple weeks later, he called me and said, I've thought about it. Me and my wife decided we're going to go ahead and sell it to you. So he did, and that's what we did. So we lived there for 3 years or so, something like that. And then we moved, you know, sold it and moved on to something else. But that's a little bit of that story. And I'm not going to go further into the story because I'm kind of keeping it to about what's going on here. So we're going to ride by in a little bit. I'm going to show you guys that house.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you the house down the street from it that my brother was born in. He was actually born in. Was he born in the house?
I think so, and I know which one you're talking about because me and Henriette went and made videos at all those houses.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Wow! Wow!
I'm trying to think somewhere. I think it was in Kentucky. That's a whole different story. Me and Mike pulled up, and it was for rent, and I said I'm going in. I think it might have been this house, but I think it was in Kentucky. I can't remember. I got a bad memory.
Oh, I do too. It's getting really bad.
Okay.
It's getting horrible. So, anyway, I wouldn't mind going to that grave and doing a spirit box session and asking them if they remember my mother coming there to that grave and eating oranges. So let's go do that right now. Okay, guys. I am right in front of the grave now, and I am going to turn the spirit box on now. I don't see any other names other than that. I don't know if that's how they did it back then. This is definitely the one, and it's the oldest one out here, so it's got to be the one. I've been looking around, and this is the oldest one. And I remember her riding by and pointing at it so many times. So this is it. So let me just turn it on. I want to know if you remember my mother and her friends coming here. I'm going to sit on the ground. Coming here, it would have been probably in the 40s, 1940s, and doing, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's cars riding by, and I don't know if they're pulling in. I don't know what they're doing. I hope not. I don't want any distractions. Okay. So, I want to ask you if you remember, you were any spirit out here. I'm sure you probably heard me tell that story just now. Do you remember back in the 40s, it would have been sometime in the 40s, a young girl, and her friends. Her name was Betty, and it would have been, I can't remember her friends' names, but, and then one of her friends' name was Sadie, and I can't remember the guy's name. It was her first boyfriend. He was not my father. She later met the one that became my father. But anyway, do you remember the people that I'm talking about? Please let me know. I'm going to turn this on and you can talk to me. Please tell me. Oh my God, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I'm sorry guys, there is a guy that just walked over and sat literally a few feet behind me. And I can still turn this on. I don't know why it just made that weird noise, but what the hell? That is weird. You guys hear that? What the hell? Hello? Do you remember my mother? I think I heard I do. She came here. Pull this down some, get it closer to the speaker. She came here all the time after school. Do you remember? Her name was Betty. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn this off. That guy is now starting to walk this way. What is wrong with people? This is a big cemetery. Go somewhere else. You see someone sitting by a grave and you're just gonna approach them and walk and get close to them. That happens to us a lot. And not just because I've got equipment. I don't have a whole lot with me. I just have a little purse. Yeah, just a little purse bag. He's like moving in closer. Hold on. He's like staring. Now he's staring at me. I'm sitting on the ground. He's fucking gawking. Give me a fucking break. I'm gonna leave the camera on only because I don't know what this guy's intentions are. I don't know if he's, I don't know what he's doing. And in a minute I might just turn the camera around and point it at him and say, can I help you? I mean, what? He don't know that this is not a family member of mine, and I'm trying to have a moment. So it gets me about certain people. It happens at our parents' grave. People will come over and they'll sit right by us and they'll just stare at us. It's happened at Mike and Gary's grave. Sitting there, and it's one guy one time come over and says, "Hi, my name is blah blah blah. Nice to meet you. I just wanted to say hello." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm trying to visit my son's grave." Good. Do you see that? He's moving closer. He's moving closer. I think he knows I put the camera on him and I don't give a shit. I am so sick of people. Now he's getting even closer. Thomas is watching. Here comes Marie too. Oh my God. Yeah, keep on walking. He's walking that way. He got really close, like he was actually going to look like he was going to walk right over here by me. And this is a big, this side of the cemetery is actually kind of big. Not huge, but, you know, plenty of room to stay away from somebody. I know you know what I'm thinking. As soon as you get started. It's like, go away. I think she did.
She leaned up against
I think she did. And I didn't want to. I don't know if there's... I'm on the ground as it is. I'm worried about bugs and spiders and shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least it's not in the middle of summer. But this dude just, like, literally looked like he was going to walk
I didn't realize he was sitting right there.
Yeah, he sat right there, so I turned everything off.
I didn't realize
and then he started walking this way. Then he started staring at me. He's looking at me. And I'm like, you know, what if this is my family member? You don't know. And I'm having a moment with my family member. And you're just going to sit there and, like, hang around me like an old stinky fart? Come on. Give me a break.
He's letting his dog pee on
I know.
everything.
He's letting his dog walk around and piss all over the fucking graves and shit. Now he's coming back this way. Oh my God. Alright, let me turn my camera. Alright, I'm going to turn it back on. This guy is just still hanging around like a stinky fart. Where's he at now, Marie?
He's up that way. Don't worry about him.
Alright. I hear him walking.
He's way up there. He's a couple trees away.
Here we go. Okay, you were talking to me. Do you remember our mother Betty? She would sit here and eat oranges. Do you remember that? Can you say orange? I'll know you're listening. Wow. Here we go again, guys. Hold on. He's literally over here by me again to the left. Oh my God, he's just standing there now, just looking at me. Jesus Christ, probably a neighbor that sees somebody over here and who are these people? Oh, it looks like he's walking away. Oh. Okay, I'm turning it back on. I'm turning the thing back on. He literally creeped up behind the damn thing here. I don't know if you guys saw him. Creeped up behind the tombstone. Can you say the name of the school across the street?
Thank you.
Oh my God, I think I read it. I hope I did. Well, after school, they would come over here and they would hang out by this tombstone and eat oranges and just talk.
Never mind. Never mind.
What would they talk about? Do you remember? Do you remember what they talked about? What did my mom and her friends talk about? Does my mom know I'm sitting here right now? Is she watching me? My sister's right over there behind me. I said, does Mama know I'm here right now? I think it says she's right here. Your daddy's here. It said your daddy's here. It sounded like Mama. Oh my God, I got the cold chills. Hi, Daddy. Marie, you gotta come hear this. Grab mine too. Oh my God. Okay guys, so Marie is over here now. I do have a K2 meter and a rempod right there. Now I don't know if anything's gonna happen with it because you usually don't, but just for whatever, just for shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
Giggles and shits. I mean, we'll just leave it sitting there. Probably nothing's gonna happen. I don't even know if I believe in those things anymore. They're just, I don't know. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, Mama, Daddy, y'all were in the middle of talking. Come say something to us. Let us, talk to Marie too and say hi, Marie. So, you guys both here, see me and Marie here where you used to hang out? I remember you telling me that story a few times, and then you brought us here to show us. Have you got to meet the person that this tombstone belongs to? There's no information on this stone at all, just says Houston. It looks like it's been repaired many times. Do you remember what my mom and her friends were talking about when they would sit here? I keep thinking that she told me she got her first kiss underneath this tombstone, or by this tombstone, but I don't know for sure. It seems like she said that. Is that true? Mama, what was your boyfriend's name? I know his last name is Kelly. What was his first name? And he lived right down the street from here. Oh, look. Wow, that's actually going off. I can't believe it.
I know, it's a miracle.
Interesting. I'm so excited to be here and filming in front of this. This is, especially being that this was a spot that my mother sat with her friends when she was a teenager. Before she even met my dad. Wonder if she thought about her future. We're gonna have kids.
I doubt it.
I know.
Probably all giddy with her boyfriend.
Yeah. And now here her kids are here all these years later.
I know.
That's so crazy, isn't it?
Should have brought an orange.
Not knowing. I know. Next time we come here, we're bringing an orange. Well, thank you for talking. I'm gonna have a lot to listen to, so I gotta turn it off now. Oh dang, somebody's dog just barking at us when they went by. But anyway, so that was interesting. And I think Marie wants to do some kind of necrophonic or something, right, Marie? Okay. So this is just so cool, guys. So this is the tombstone that she told us about. I remember it. As soon as I saw it, I knew this was the one. And it is the oldest one out here. So it's definitely the one. Seems like there used to be like a ledge on the sides of it or something, but maybe it's broke off over the years. I don't know. But this is it, because I remember the tree too. She said they would climb that tree as well. Her and her friends would climb up in that tree. Wouldn't that be cool if we could see them in the tree?
I know, right?
Wow.
So the picture that I have of Mom and that guy, I just assumed it was Daddy, but I bet you it's not.
It might have been him. It was her first boyfriend. They were together until she met Daddy. Yeah, and they did stay friends for a long time, but it broke his heart.
I wonder what she's seen in Daddy.
I don't. She's seen us.
I guess. I know we wouldn't have been born, but
I know. Old redneck from fucking Alabama.
I know. Oh, I know.
Oh my God! And her parents were from Kentucky. Her mom's mom was from England, and they came over on the boat. Yep, they came over on the boat. Her name is Mary Jane. Imagine that.
Yes.
And came over on the boat carrying my mother's mother when she was about 8 months old. That's according to the documents that I got from the.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was 3 months old.
Maybe it was. Maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe it was.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back
She
and
was
look.
a baby.
I have it all saved to my computer.
Yes.
So that's how we have British in us, because she was British. When I did my DNA testing, it came back that I was like 70-something% British. I think
Mine
you did too. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, and she probably told us all of that, and we just don't remember, unless she didn't know.
Right.
I don't know.
If she knew or not.
You know, back in them days, I don't think parents discussed too many things with their kids. But,
no, I feel like they left us in the dark on some things.
I think so, yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. But yeah, here we are. Oh, look.
What's that? Oh, is that the rempod?
The sensor on there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait. That's the sensor on my spirit box.
Oh.
You know how it's got the sensor?
Yeah.
It's sensing something.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It doesn't go off all the time, but once in a while it will. Maybe they're like, turn that thing back on. I wasn't done.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is so cool. We will come back, and when we do come back, we're going to bring some oranges. Oh, look.
That rempod is going crazy. It keeps going off.
It's got a fairly new battery in it, too, and I really don't use it that much. I haven't been out doing any investigations.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So,
right, guys. So I'm going to do the necrophonic.
Yeah, she's going to do the necrophonic, so be sure to watch her video. And then we're going to take a ride in a little bit around the town and show you guys these houses that we spoke of earlier in the video.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yes.
I just spoke to someone about it. But yes.
So we are here on the road where, and I rolled my window up because I don't want people seeing me filming, but she's got hers down on that side. That house right over there is the house that our brother was born in, right there. And I don't want people thinking, you know, oh, look at her. But this house over here is the one. Look, they got a new one right there now. Look at that, brand new house. That used to be an empty lot, I think. Unless the house that was there burnt down. I don't remember what was there now. It's a pretty house.
There's a lot of cars that live there.
The house right over here, right there, is the house that I was talking about earlier in my video, that my mom grew up in that house, and I actually got a chance to live there.
Like
It's a lot of, I know, right there on the steps. We have a picture of our mother sitting on them steps, and I have a picture of Shane and Gary when they were little sitting on those steps.
This was Mama's neighborhood. She walked all the way to the end and went to school.
Yep.
You gotta go back past.
I will. This is St. Petersburg, guys. St. Petersburg, Florida. This is a nice little area right in here.
It is.
There's some nice areas of St. Pete. There's some bad areas. But this looks like they've really taken care of it. They've built some new homes. Probably tore down some old ones to build some of these new ones. I'm assuming, because I don't remember seeing new houses. Well, they're new houses. They're like new.
That little thing is cute.
What is it?
That's one of the originals, I bet you. That little house.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You're gonna go back up the road?
Yeah, let me go back up. Okay, guys, my battery died, so I had to change my battery real quick. So we are going to go back up the road again. All right. Which is so cool. This is my old neighborhood too, because I lived in the old house.
Do you need to find pictures of the?
I will find the pictures. I do have lots of pictures from when I lived in that house, and I have to find them.
Yeah.
It's going to drive me nuts now if I don't find them.
I know.
I have crates and crates of pictures, but it's that white house. It's the same color it was.
Where is it at?
Pretty much, right over there. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to see it very well.
Yep, that's it.
Can't tell if I'm even seeing it.
That is
That's
it,
the
guys.
house.
That is it. Wow.
Dang.
And I lived there when I was pregnant with Heather.
And then there's the house that Shirley
And then
and
there's
Joe
the house that
lived in.
my brother was born in that
So
house.
Mama's mama lived right up there. You know what's crazy is we didn't get to meet none of our grandparents
I know.
except for Daddy's
I know.
weirdo mom.
That school is the school
Grouchy
that
mom.
Shirley went to when she was real little.
Yes, I got a
can't
video
remember
of that.
the name of it. Let me know when I can go. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off so I can focus on driving. Okay guys, now I'm about to drive past the house where I lived when Heather was born. And I hope I can recognize it. Wow,
I know.
that ain't it. It's
I
gotta
don't-
be right.
Oh,
It was right around this corner. Look how much it's
Wow.
changed. You're talking about 41 years ago, Marie.
That might have been it.
41 fucking years ago, or is that it?
Wait a minute.
That's it.
Right here?
Yep, that's
Are you
it.
sure?
I think. Oh my God,
Thought the other one
yeah.
looked like it.
Maybe it was. I'm going back around. This lady Mary that we knew, I'm still friends with her daughter on Facebook, but she lived in that house. And then Heather's good friend Danielle lived in one of these houses. I don't know which
On this
one.
side?
Yeah, on this side.
So
I
that's
think.
where she met her?
Yeah, and they were and then they bumped into each other again later in life.
Oh,
But they already
wow.
knew each other. I think she lived in that house, but I'm not sure. And it was one of these houses. And the guy that lived in that house over there, it was a newer house that got built, you know, back then. And in the 80s. And I remember we called him Speedy Gonzalez.
Why?
Because
Did he fly
he
around
was
the
just,
neighborhood?
yes, he was just like loaded with energy. And always just had so much energy.
I didn't remember this road being so damn small.
Yeah, it is small. The kids, I didn't worry too much about the kids.
What was
They
the
would ride
address?
their
Do you
bikes.
remember?
2364, I think.
That's Lima.
Oh, well, shit then. I don't know. Wait, 4490 is this one. 44. Oh, damn, Heather, I don't know.
I
It's
feel like
not that.
It's not that?
Because the carport was not on that side. I think it's this next one because it's just
this
changed
next
a
one's
lot.
Nice.
It's nice now, yeah. Well, it was nice back then, too. I mean,
Look at all the bamboo.
they've really got it fixed up nice. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But that is the house. I don't want to, I mean, yeah, these people don't think I'm weird. Is this it? Yeah.
4470.
Yes, that's it. 4470 Crestwood
Oh,
Drive.
wow.
Wow. But that's the house that Heather was born in. I didn't want to, like, sit here with the camera all. This lady here's looking at, whatever. She's probably trying to figure out what we're doing.
Oh.
I get nervous about filming because I see people ride by and film my house sometimes, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, what are they doing?
Right.
You know?
They could be doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah,
right
but my
now.
house is brand new. I'm the only one
Yeah,
that lived there.
that's true.
So it's weird. But it is weird. So anyway, oh shit. Well, anyway, we're just taking a ride down memory lane here, and this is interesting.
This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do
Yeah.
all of our
Oh,
houses.
shit. I'm trying to
Look
hold
at
the
that little
camera and
toddler
drive at the
bed.
same time.
Right out at the garbage.
Oh my God, that is so cute. Look, a little toddler bed.
Oh, it's adorable.
That is cute.
I'd leave the mattress and take the bed.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it